Okay, I'm back. So hopefully the connection's a little bit better. Thanks for the comments there to kind of help me out with that kind of stuff because I can't always tell what's happening at your end. So I really, really appreciate that. Okay, so what else? So, like I said, I've been studying mindset for many, many years. I really honestly believe it's one of the best things that anybody can do for themselves on a daily basis, not every once in a while, but on a daily basis. Some different people that I've followed over the years have trained on mindset. Like just about everybody in the industry who's semi-successful or successful has mindset training because they realize that even for themselves that it's something that's been huge. And now that the study of the brain is becoming a little bit more mainstream, we're starting to realize how we can do that for ourselves, as opposed to thinking that it only happens for other people who were born into the right families or had the right training from the day they were born, or I don't know, whatever people use for excuses, right? Now, so one of the things that we're going to go through today is a checklist that I do every morning as well. And I've kind of always done mine on a graph paper. I write down each day the things that I want to accomplish, and then or each month I do a macro, and then a micro I do each day. So I have a general idea of what I want to accomplish for the month, and then I work on stuff like that every single day. And if you give yourself check marks, it's actually motivational for you. So you give yourself, hey, I did my mindset training this morning. I read my motivational stuff. I read my skill building stuff. I'm frozen. You're frozen. Facebook Live. Charmaine, if you're listening, that was a text that came through. I closed that last one off and re-signed in. So hopefully you can see that. Chandel, is there anything that we need to let people know that I went on a new Facebook Live? I don't even see you on here, so hopefully we'll see what happens. So instead of creating a list a mile long that you need to do, print out, there's a sheet that I believe Chandel's going to post on this that you can print out, and we're going to give you a new one each week. And what I'd like you to do is keep that sheet. Start writing on it right now as soon as you print it out. What are the 3 most important things that I want to accomplish this week? Or if you get really good, do it every day. What are the 3 most important things I want to accomplish today? And focus on those 3 things and not all the other stuff that distracts you. So if you can get all that done before you even get on your Facebook page, which is why we're starting this at 10:30, gives me time to get all that stuff done ahead of time. And I've already made a sale this morning, for example. We've got another new investor coming on board with us. So those are big rocks. Those are the things that you want to deal with early before you get distracted by other stuff. So print out the sheet and start writing on it. List the most important things that you want to do, and then just check them off as you're doing them. If you do it for the week, that's wonderful. If you can get down to a day, that's even better. So 3 things that you want to achieve by the end of the day or the end of the week. This is your weekly accountability prompt. So it gets you focused on what needs to happen each day or each week, and it makes it easier for you to grow and leverage your business. If you're consistently doing certain things every day, then that consistency will take you places. One of the things, I actually had a really nice conversation with one of my students yesterday, and he's been with me now for about 6 months, and he's a little frustrated that he hasn't found any investors yet. And I said, you know what? Don't get frustrated. Just get out there and do what you need to do, because it doesn't always happen to you in the first 6 months. It doesn't always happen to you in the first year. It really is about how much you get done. For example, if you analyze 100 buildings in 100 days, do you think you'll know more quicker than the guy that takes a whole year to analyze those 100 buildings? Because that's one of the things that we talk about in the 90 Day to 5K program. if you analyze 100 buildings, you're going to know when you got a good deal. And you can analyze somebody else's deal. You can analyze deals that you never buy. Start tracking that and you will know what's a good deal. So when you come across that good deal, so again, same thing. If you can get on and do videos every day, I know 3 years ago I started studying with Ray Higdon, and one of the things he had us do at each mastermind was every break he would say, "Okay, now go out into the hallway or out on the deck." We were in Florida, so it was really easy to do that at all times of the year. Pick a nice scenery in the background and tell your audience something that you learned today. So I'm going to challenge you guys. If you learned something this morning from this video, go out and share it on your Facebook Live, on your Facebook page. And you know what? You're going to screw up. Who cares? If you do this 100 times, you're going to get better. If you do it 100 times in 100 days, you're going to be a lot better in 100 days. I knew people that did 30 videos in one day in order to get over their fear, over their idea that nobody wanted to listen to them, just to get more comfortable on the camera. So that's one of the things I challenge you. Write that down on your thing. Get a video done. And you know what? Even if you don't post the first 30, do a video that's not live. Do a video and then one of the homework assignments I got from one of my mentors was do a video of you telling your assistant what you want her to do for the day instead of emailing it to her. So we did that for a while, and you know what? Pretty soon it got comfortable, just me telling her what we needed to have done that day as opposed to typing it out in an email. I did eventually go back to email because I'd like to have the written copy. But you know what? It's something that'll get you comfortable. And now, 3 years later, I can get on Facebook Live and I can talk. I can talk for a long time. And I use prompts so that I don't forget what I want to talk about. But sometimes just basically because questions come up, I can answer them. Like Jill says here, I think I'll get Drew to do that part. Well, you know what, Jill, you challenge you too. Do a video for your kids. They're all at school today, or the ones that are at school, and say, you know what, this is what the rest of the family and I are doing when you're at school. And don't just show them the fun parts, show them the work parts too, so they don't think they're missing out on something. And you know what, just make it fun. And you don't have to share it with anyone else. Share it with just your kids, and they'll think it's so cool that you made a video for them while they were at school. Do you think that would be cool? Even you and Drew could do a back and forth, or you and the kids can do one. It's a great thing to do. So don't give up. You try it too. So like I said, with the sheet that you print out, print it out. I have some here that I've been doing for a while. I call it I do a daily accountability because I've got a lot of stuff that I want to get done. So one of the things that came up on mine was the other day is take the time to form strategic alliances. So that might be for you, for those of you that are working in the 90-day program, that might be your accountant, your mortgage broker, your realtor, your lawyer, those kind of things. Those are strategic alliances. People that do business with a lot of the same people that you could do business with. You know, so think about those kind of people. That could be part of your homework. Might be getting bills paid. It might be doing the video every day until you get comfortable. It might be. Jill says, haha, all the diapers they're missing out on. Exactly. Like I said, don't just show them the good parts. Show them the bad parts too, because they'll think, oh gosh, I would need to stay home for the fun parts. So show them the work that's involved too. So as you know, without accountability, there is far less implementation. And it is really cool to be able to go back at the end of every week and actually notice what you've accomplished, because so many people focus on that gap. I'm always shooting for here, but I didn't get it all done. Well, let's start putting something in there that you actually did get done, whatever it happens to be. Looking at a property, talking to a realtor, talking to an investor. If you can share a presentation with an investor a day for the next 100 days, do you think you'd be able to raise 100 grand? Bet you would. If you could share a video, I see Bev's on here. Bev says, no, you must post to get used to seeing yourself live. You know what? And I agree with her. I actually find Facebook Lives easier than when I used to do them and post them after. And the reason is because you're always second guessing yourself, always second guessing what you said, what you did, try to take out a blooper, and you know what? People don't want that. They want real. They want to know that nobody's gonna hate them if they do something stupid or something silly. I mean, I think one day I got caught putting lipstick on when I first turned my live on. It was like, oh, that 1, 2, 3 went a lot faster than I was expecting. I mean, who cares really when it comes down to it? We'll do it, right? Okay, what else do I got on there? So like I said, this week our focus is going to be implementation because that's where it starts. So, and you also might be asking me, so why are we doing this leading up to Christmas? Well, you know what? I like to finish the year strong and set some things in motion for how we can make 2017 our best year ever. Because this is one of the things that I want to get through to my audience this year is let's make 2017 the best year we've ever had, whatever that happens to be for you, because everybody's different. They want to have a better relationship with their spouse, a better relationship with their kids. Well, put that on the list. Don't just put work things. Mark, if you really want to buy a building this year, put it on your list and do something about it every single day, or at the minimum every single week, because okay, sorry, it sounded like I clicked out there for a bit. Courtney says, I've heard that people respond better to live and real feeds than edited and perfect videos. You know what? That's what we've learned too. They really do, because that's why face-to-face meetings with people work so much better than a webinar or an email or anything like that, because you're real. You're right there in front of them. And if you don't have the answer, they don't even mind. They just know that you've got somebody behind you that you can check out. I've had students of mine phone me in the middle of the meeting and say, you know, Edna, the client just asked me this question and I didn't know the answer. Do you have a minute? And sometimes if I do, like, we'll just get on the phone and I'll answer what questions that they have. That again, that's a nice thing about having a coach in your corner is you've got somebody right there. Or if you don't feel comfortable making the call in front of them, you can say, you know what, that's a really good question and not something I'm 100% sure of. So let me get back to you on that, and then get back to them. And that doesn't mean the first time you present to them that they're going to be investors with you, but keep working towards it and it'll happen. Like I said, 100 live videos, we're going to be better. 3 years ago, I'd do them at the course and I'd come home and I wouldn't do them, or I'd do the odd one. And now I've been doing Facebook Lives pretty steadily for oh gosh, I think we started in August. I've been doing Facebook free coaching Fridays, and it's went very, very well. Now we're going to add in the Monday, and people are very positive about it. I think the last video I did, Chandel said I had like 58 people live, and very shortly after there was like 255 views, people who had watched the whole video from start to finish, and it wasn't perfect. You know what? What I learned is when you're doing a Facebook Live, you shouldn't do it on 32% charge on your phone, because 45 minutes in, I died. Totally, I'm just like gone. And people are going, what happened? Did we get a bad connection? No, my phone just died. And you know, by the time you charge it, the audience is gone. So I just, that was just the end of it. So don't ever feel bad if you screw up. People like to know that you're a real person. Okay, what else do we need to do? I'm just going to flip back to this other one. Okay, so one of the things that I'm working on, just to give you an idea, is I have a big project coming up. So we're doing a 3-day live event here in Regina, and of course there's a lot of things that needs to be done ahead of time. So some of the things that I had written down is book, sound, and lights. So I've got that done, check marks there. Booked the speakers, and I've already got some pretty fabulous speakers lined up. I'm very excited. I'm going to wait a little bit longer to announce. I just have to make sure they got flights and everything else. But I've got 4 speakers lined up. Work on the agenda and how I want it to work. Actually, you know what? I think I got 5. And then start working on the booklets that I want to hand out. So those are 5 of the things that I wanted to get done last week. And I got some of each one except the booklets to hand out. I had people that were on my list to do things. I had clients to call and students to call. There were certain things that I wanted to talk to them about. And then I had a couple new students sign up, so I needed to add them to the email list to make sure that they get the announcements when the live webinar is happening, that sort of thing. And then also plan the mastermind webinar for my students that's this Wednesday. That was another plan that I needed to do. And then also to review the PowerPoint for Module 3, which is coming up next week. I like to go in and add some new things that I've learned since the last time. And it works really, really good. And I also had to send some corporate tax returns in for a lender that we're working on a deal right now. So many things. Of course, you get those done in a day, and it also reminds you of what you can actually accomplish in a day. Because if you write it all down and get it all done, it feels like you did a lot more than if you don't write it down. Make sense? Okay, let's see what else we got. So I think Chandel's got that link on there that that you can print that page off. And another thing Chandel's reminding me here, she says, get everyone to join the 6-Figure Joint Venture Secrets private Facebook group. And if you feel like you can, you're not too shy or something, post what it is that you're working on. What I really find is that people get inspired by what other people are working on, and it might inspire them to add it to their list of things that they want to get done. Somebody might say, hey, I'm going to meet with my realtor today. We're booked to have coffee. And they might be inspired to reach out to a realtor themselves. Or they might say, how'd your meeting with the realtor go? Is it somebody you'd recommend? Great way to start figuring it out. Rob says, let us know if you need any help at the live event with greeting people. Oh, that would be wonderful, Rob. You know what? We have such fun things planned. Like we do a Profit in the Prairies real estate panel. And if you've ever watched The Prairie Dragons, it's a play on that, but it's about real estate investments. And you know what? Real deals get done in that room. It was pretty exciting last year. My husband got a deal he really wanted. He ended up, after the long run, working on it like 6 months. He didn't get it. But you know what? Real deals happen. So you guys are going to find it pretty exciting. And then, of course, I'll be having a success panel of people who've done a lot of stuff in the last year working with me. So it's fun. So yeah, definitely we'll put you to work, Rob. Thanks a lot. Anthony says, is there a 7-figure? And I'm not sure what you mean by that because you got a little smiley face on there. Post what you're working on. Hold each other accountable. If someone said, you know what, I'm going to book to see a realtor this week, ask them about it next week. Stay in touch and motivate each other that way. It's very, very nice. And Chandel says she'll also upload each week's sheets to download and print so that we can all grow together. This will be a big thing for you guys. What else do we got here? One of the biggest 6-figure joint venture secrets is to plan and do the important but not urgent things every single day so we can slowly get to be where we want to be. Now, I think that's all I have for notes. Yes, it is. So does anyone have any questions for me today? I've got a little bit longer here, just another 5 minutes or so. If you have any questions, shoot them at me. And I see Chandel's posted the link, https://www.facebook.com/groups/6-figure-JV-success. So I see there's a lot of activity in there. So it's pretty exciting to be involved with a group like this who all wants to study and learn. Any questions? Just going to go back up, see if I missed anything. Say hi to everybody. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Bev. Hi, Courtney. Hi, Damon. Hi, Jill. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Chandel. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Rob. And that looks like it so far. Okay, so if you know somebody who needs some mindset training, tell them to check us out. Like I said, we're going to be doing this every Monday morning at 10:30. We'll try to keep it to about half an hour. Every once in a while, I might spread it out to 45 minutes if we have some good questions and stuff. Because I want you to get your mindset into a place where 2017 can be your best year ever. I want you to dream bigger. I want you to think about getting a deal done this year, whether it's a duplex or a fourplex or a 36 unit, whatever's on your list, we can make it happen. Rob says, a great author that reaffirms your teaching on mindset is drleaf.com. So that's drleaf.com. So I'll have to check that out. And Rob, I'm so looking forward to getting your book too, because that's on mindset as well. And Marja says, everyone needs mindset training. She knows, she's one of my first students, and she knows it's a big thing for me. It's something I'm always focusing on. Rob says, thanks for telling us to use the Christmas season to make progress rather than just vegging out. Good. Yes. Well, you know what? I don't know about you guys, but I always take the time between Christmas and New Year's, and I work on my New Year's goals. And to have we're going to do a full day and probably a half out of our 3-day event is going to be on mindset training. And it's going to be wrapped around real estate. But if there's people that you know that are struggling, have them come on the mindset training, because even though it's wrapped around real estate, it's really wrapped around life, because it totally works in every area of your life, from weight loss to being a better parent, to being more active, to building your business, to keeping your house clean. I don't know, everything it matters to. So mindset's so important. It's what helps you grow and change over the years. So looks like I don't have any more questions here, so I am going to sign off. It is after 11 already, so we've gone about half an hour. So thanks everyone for being on. Thanks for all the hearts and the thumbs ups. I really appreciate that. And we'll see you here next week. And remember that on Friday at 10 a.m. our time, CST, there's free coaching Friday, and that's where I want you to bring all your real estate related questions, and I'll help you out with that. Courtney says, I set goals and make a vision board every year, and I really think it helps guide me for the next 365 days. I totally agree for that. I totally agree with that, Courtney. And you know what? When you make those kind of plans, you have to be a better person at the end of the year. There's no way around it. So good job, everyone. Thanks for being on, and we'll talk to you next week.